Hi guys, I got a question. Have anyone ever told you a story and you wanted to actually record it? You actually wanted to let someone else hear the story. The story was so good. I mean, the story is so good that you're like, hmm, wish someone could hear this, and you try to share it with someone else, and you don't get it back word for word. Trust me, I forget a lot of things quickly too. But you don't get about word for word. But have you ever wanted to share a story that was so good, or something about some place or some weird that you have been? Well, I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about it. And I was like, how would I do it? Now, I haven't been to university. I don't want to call BBC or CBC or any of the TV or any of the television stations, for a matter of fact, to come and do something as small, let's say it's small, but I just wanted to actually expose some of our ordinary people. Yeah, ordinary people. Yeah, I like that. And I'm just doing off my head. I'm not planning this. I'm just thinking about the things that I like to do and I like to showcase and stuff like that. I come and play music for you guys and I really enjoy it. But I was like, the video from my live videos have incorporated me and wanted to show you more of those things that I do. So I invested in a very cheap camera. I had to get a cheap camera. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. Now, I'm not a university student. I haven't been to university and I haven't studied media. So give me a break. Yeah, give me a break when it comes to editing and stuff like that. But I'm trying to put it together as best as I can to tell other people's story. And that's what I like to do. The raw, uncut, full story from people like me and you. So, y'all ready? Let's see.
My name's Steve.
And I'm Tracy.
We've been to Barbados a few times.
Yeah, 34 to be exact. And next Saturday would have been our 35th trip, had it not been for the pandemic. When we first started, we tended to go about twice a year, in the summer and then again at Christmas. But then the last few years it's only been once a year because prices are just so high.
Crop over every year though.
Generally crop over. Well, we've been 34 times, but we didn't go for crop over until 2002. So we've actually done 18 crop overs. So all the other times have been outside of crop over. Our first trip to Barbados was in 1994, and the following year we were due to go to Anguilla, but there was a hurricane. So 10 days before we were due to travel, we were basically told we couldn't go to Anguilla, so we decided that rather than cancel the trip, we would go to Barbados because we enjoyed it so much. And we ended up staying in a really nice hotel up the west coast, and we met our first ever Bajan friend. And one day he was off work and he was going into town, so we asked him to get some soca music, and he came back with Ultimate Party Pump Me Up by a Crossfire, yes. And then we became very, very good friends, and a few months later he came to stay with us in Coventry, and then the following year we stayed with him, and he used to play volleyball with Edwin and Tony Bailey out of Crossfire. And they happened to be playing, I think it was May. It was around about the time of Conga Line. So we got to see Crossfire perform live at Adriana's in Speightstown. And then the following day we saw them at Codrington School. Yeah, they performed a fundraising thing at Codrington School over in St John. And we got introduced to the whole band. including Edwin and Tony, and the rest is history.
And how many years ago that was again?
That would have been 1996. And we've been good friends with all of Crossfire, past and present members, ever since.
Wow, so that's your favourite band?
Of course.
Yeah, one nice place that we often go to. We tend to do a tour of the island every time we go. Every year we go. One of the places we really like is Bottom Bay. You can get yourself a coconut out the tree. You don't even have to climb up. Somebody goes for it for you. But it's a really nice place, off the beaten track, usually quite peaceful.
Yeah. And we tend to try and do something touristy every trip, just because most of the time we're just doing, with it being crop over, we do all the music, the fetes and everything, so we don't tend to have a particularly traditional tourist holiday with beach and cocktails and what have you. So we do like to do something touristy each time, but then we do tend to like to do something that's not full of tourists as well, if you get what I mean.
I love it.
Oh goodness me, we used to just follow wherever Crossfire were performing, or Square One. We just used to go there, so there wasn't a particular favourite spot, but some of the best fetes that we ever used to go to, probably we went to some really nice ones at the Boatyard, but probably I've got to say After Dark. We went to some really good fetes at After Dark. Remember that one?
Yeah, Square One, playing their top 50 songs. It took, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours to get through, but they just played straight through 50 songs, and everyone's trying to guess the number one as we went through it.
It
amazing.
was amazing. It was amazing. We actually were staying in a place up the west coast, and there was a lady from America there, and she'd never even heard of soca music, and it was her last night, and we said, oh, we're going out, would you like to come with us? And she's like, oh yeah, why not, it's my last night. Well, by the time we finished, she was hooked on soca. She absolutely,
she's buying up CDs in the airport, all that.
She loved it, and that was some night.
And going way back, we used to go to see Coalition at the Boatyard. Tuesday night at the Boatyard, or Booze Day at the Tote Yard, if you had too much to drink. But really good, you know. And then you'd be there till late, as expected. But really good thing.
Yeah. Well, the first ever CD obviously was Ultimate Party Pump Me Up, so that kind of set the scene for our musical taste. And then when our Bajan friend came to stay with us, he bought us a compilation from 1996 called Sweet for Days. And then obviously we were into Crossfire big time, so every year we would buy whatever Crossfire bought out, plus any of the new artists, any of the new CDs that any of the artists had got. So basically all the CDs from Crop Over we would be there buying. Obviously we don't get CDs anymore.
So it's just MP3s.
Yeah.
So I got another question. Have you ever heard about the band Jabe?
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Yes. Well, Barry used to be in Crossfire, didn't he? Anyway, but we used to watch Jabe. I remember going to Tins on the Highway to see Jabe, and he had a T-shirt.
Still got it.
Still got a T-shirt, a Jabe T-shirt.
You need to send me that pic. Please, I'm gonna put it in. We need a picture of that shirt.
There was one year in 2005, and Crossfire were coming to England straight after Kadooment, and they were here for 2 weeks. So they got a week in Leicester and a week in Nottingham. So we actually changed our flights to fly home the day after they came here. So we cut our holiday short about a week. So we went to see them off at the airport the day after Kadooment, and then the following day we flew home, so that on the Friday they could stay. We could go and stay with them at Leicester, and they were doing workshops, and then they had their carnival, and then the following weekend we went back with them to Nottingham again for workshops and their Nottingham carnival. But in between, Neil, who used to be a good friend of ours, who was the drummer in Crossfire at the time, we actually brought him back to Coventry with us, and he stayed at our house. And he's just one of a few people, of stage and entertainers, that have actually stayed with us. Who haven't we met?
Well, I'll start there. I'll start this one. The one entertainer from Barbados that I'm never going to forget ever is Alison Hines out of Square One.
Why?
Because she's gorgeous.
Oh, okay. I thought I had a wine in example.
Well, you've got a few
I've got a few.
photos.
Yes.
We need those. Right. And any others?
Oh gosh, lots. I mean, all of Square One we know all of Crossfire we know personally, Coalition, and then the members all split off. We're still pretty good friends with quite a lot of them.
Rupy will often mention us on whatever he's doing. Shout out
Rupy,
to family and
we've
stuff
known
like
him
that.
since his Coalition days. Adrian, Clark,
Neil Rick, Peter Ram.
Peter Ram, anybody.
Bryna.
We used to, because we were so close with Crossfire, sometimes we'd end up backstage after a gig and we'd be mixing with all the entertainers, so they're kind of used to seeing us. Well, we were kind of expecting Cropover to be cancelled, but then when our flight was finally cancelled, it kind of made you realise that that's it.
It's a bit depressing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Normally we'd be planning, we'd be partly packed, we'd be planning to go next Saturday to enjoy ourselves, stay up all night, most nights, that kind of thing, and it's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
so a bit deflated, I guess.
But because there's no festival going on, it's not like we're missing anything. So
we just can't be with friends and celebrate with them.
That's more I'm going to miss than anything, is just seeing our friends, going out to lunch and just chilling with our friends, going out for meals and just liming.
I like how you said just going out for meals. So, what's your favourite breakfast place in Barbados?
The best place for breakfast in Barbados is Happy Days at the far end of St Lawrence Gap.
In the Chattel Village.
In the Chattel Village. It's owned by a Trinidadian couple, really nice people, and we get there a few mornings every time we're in Barbados. We take one or two people with us sometimes as well, just to introduce them to the good old English breakfast.
So have you ever been to Oystons in Barbados and enjoyed that atmosphere there?
We don't tend to go to Oystons very often, to be honest. We've been a few times to pick up food, but we don't tend to go there for the liming and
our experience of Oystons would be kind of going later on, so after the crowds have gone and the main tourists have gone home. But we'll go down there and you just have a nice lime and somewhere to eat, a few drinks, and again amongst friends. So.
Oh goodness me, that is hard.
Well, mine would obviously be, my favourite crossfire song would be Yardie.
I think mine's a little bit more laid back. I would say it's Something Greater or Jamming Practice, probably. But there are so many. Party of the Year, and of course, obviously I was on that presentation.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Chantel, and there is no place like home, sweet home. Barbados, 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 Barbados. Love you, man.
Barbados is like home sweet home. Barbados, 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 Barbados.
Home sweet home. Barbados, Barbados, Barbados.
Hi, this is Oba, and there's no place like home sweet home. Barbados, 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 Barbados.
There's no place sweeter than home, sweet home. From the Eastman say so, somebody clap for that. Barbados, 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 Barbados.
Nobody asked me. No one asked me to be
Last year's I Can't Help Myself. That's another one I could just play on repeat all day. It's hard just to choose one or two. Yeah, another place that we really like to eat for lunch is either Muster's in town or Golden Sands on a Friday. Their breadfruit cuckoo is just amazing. And what got us onto those and who we usually go with is Terry Mexican Arthur from Square One. And in 2012 we actually went for Christmas. That was the last time we went in the summer and Christmas. And Christmas Day we actually went out with Terry's Love Day project. He helps disadvantaged and needy and homeless, and people donate gifts and money, and he just goes around the island just spreading joy, and he usually goes around with different musicians as well, like Blurred and Alison, and there's lots and lots of different Lorenzo, lots of different musicians that go around travelling, playing music in local communities and giving out presents to the children. And we did that one Christmas Day, and it was very, very special. Obviously I don't use my full name on social media, but I use the name Tracy Fire Cross, and that is because I've got a crossfire cross tattoo on my back.
Just one bit of further information about Tracy's tattoo. I had no idea she was getting a tattoo or what it was or where it was going to be. But a member of Crossfire apparently chose the position of that tattoo. So, no need for me to know.
Such a beautiful day here in Coventry, my goodness. And Steve had to cough into my shop. Could you imagine that? Steve coughed into my shot. Yeah. I want to say thank you to Tracy and Steve for just coming and letting us know how beautiful and wonderful Barbados is. What is that? Oh my goodness. All right, bye. Guys, that was Tracy and Steve. Oh my goodness. So much history they have of Barbados. It was just amazing to just listen to Tracy and Steve and their experience in Barbados. Oh my gosh. I'm here in the UK and I'm actually missing Barbados right about now. Missing the environment, the people. You know how much fun we have, and there's no crop over this year, but surely it'll be back soon. And I can't wait to be back on the soil in Barbados to enjoy the sun, the sea, and the fun. Yeah. Woo. Soca Snypa, it is time to get out of here. Time to get out of here. The sun is setting. It's a beautiful day in the UK, and I think I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. I'll see you out. Peace.
doing some shit. As you can see the little lad and his bike's just sat there waiting, watching. So.
Is it a 50th anniversary?
No,
No.
it just took. I
No,
don't know
it's
that one.
nothing
No,
to
no,
do with
nothing to do
that.
that one. No.
Nothing to do with that.
We're just talking about Barbados.
So,
I actually didn't think we've been married for 50 years.
I never thought of that. Do I look that old? We've been married since we were 3.
you know I could put out a video. That's a good cutaway. What?